14. Good morning, Alex. How are you? Move this back a little bit. I'll bring it a little bit closer. Greetings, Euro Boomer, Guacata, Chaz, Dio, Alan, G Chen, Michael, Eric. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning. Good morning. I lost the toad. Good morning, Alex. How are you? Let me mute all this. Move this back a little bit. How are y'all doing? In light. Good morning, Alex. X. Good morning. Jafar. Good morning. How are you? All right, so we got 30 people here. We got people rolling in. That's good. We're gonna have a little small conversation here before the day starts. This is a critical conversation to have. Hang tight here. My phone here, no matter what I do, the alarms are still going off. Maybe it's better to look at a month here. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, CJ, Dragon Wolf, Alex, Angie, Jess. I need to talk to all of you guys this morning. It's a critical conversation that we're going to have. If you know anybody else out there that wants to hear this, or make sure that they get, make sure they get to watch this video at some point this morning. So we have to talk about something. The runway. We have 40 people here. Good morning, Mary. Good to see you. Sarah, good to see you. So this is a critical video. This is a pivot video. And we've been talking about this throughout the week. I spoke to you earlier in the week about retail favorite stocks and the volatility that they could encounter as we head into the end of the month. Spot Gamma this morning released a note that spoke about these same stocks. So it brought some concern to me today. This morning you'll probably be noticing some weakness in retail favorite stocks, speculative growth stocks. We've touched on it, the possibility that there could be some weakness into the 31st for that tax loss harvesting, and then the rolling of hedges as we get closer to the Friday. Now there's some concern because we've traded sideways and pinned at 478. There's another pin at 480 for Friday. Now, good morning, everybody. Good morning, AK. Good morning, Joe. So just on that same topic that we've been discussing all this week, we did not expand a higher call wall in the market. Now, we should expand that higher call wall. We're looking for that higher call wall today and tomorrow, right? We're looking for new hedges to come in on the market on the put side. We're looking for new hedges to come into the market on the call side. And I think most of us hope for it to be raised up, right? For the market, for the put hedges to be raised up from the 435, 450s. We want to see a new call wall that's much higher, 500, 520, somewhere in there. Now, with all that taking place between today and Thursday and Friday, and the VIX being as low as it is, that we start to get riskier with volatility. Now that volatility might present itself today. It could get front run today on retail stocks because everyone is expecting it on Friday into Monday. So there's risk here. We are in a risky situation here. We could rip higher today and then sell off overnight into Friday. We could rip higher today and Friday and then sell off into Monday. Or we might just sell off right at the bell today. But there is a sell-off coming is the point that I'm trying to make to you. It's going to either come today, tomorrow, or into Monday. So I want you to all be aware of this. The probability of this happening is very high. We've seen it in previous years. We've seen it in previous OPEXs. Though it is common on Thursdays of an OPEX for us to rip higher and then sell off down into Friday. You've heard me say on Twitter in the past that you should always expect the Thursday before OPEX for us to rip higher. So it wouldn't be shocking to see some stocks selling off into Friday, the market in general to rip higher, and then we sell crazy down into Friday. But with so many people knowing this, you don't know if it's going to be front run today. So what does that mean? That means that if you are, if your viewpoint is, well, I've got spreads that are good into the next 1 to 3 months, then you should be able to weather whatever sell-off is coming. If you're just in naked long positions that are bullish, right, not bearish, not long in puts or anything like that, you probably have some concern, and you're going to be starting to play with some fire as we move forward, is the point that I'm trying to make. So you should all at least be in hedges or be buying cheap hedges and then rebuying them as the week goes on into Friday. Today is not an OPEX day, but my concern is that if you guys are, let's say you guys are just holding some calls on some stock, XYZ stock out there, that you are not buying the 5 cent or 6 cent puts to cover yourself, or buying some kind of a put spread hedge, or buying the VIX, right? You can buy volatility, and even if we go up today, you could buy volatility at the end of the day. So I just have some real concern for you out there if you're an investor or trader. First of all, you should be able to weather if we do have any kind of a pullback, but that you should expect it in the next 2-3 days. Does everybody understand that out there? Everybody's clear on that. So I don't want anyone coming back to me today, tomorrow, or Monday and saying, hey, Cap, you didn't tell me to expect a drop down to 460 or 470. I want you to realize, too, that we're still in bullish context. If we drop to 470.50, that's somewhere down in here. You know, and 470 is a pretty good area, too. If we start breaking below 465, we get in some real danger zone down here, okay? But I want you to think about that as we move forward. We have a pin for Friday that's up here at 480. It's very, very, very reasonable for us to sell down and then hit that 480 tomorrow, or for us to go up today to that 480. Maybe we hit it and stay on it overnight, and then we sell down into Monday. But I just want you to know that as we have 1 to 3 days left here, in this vicinity here, no matter what happens, there's a high chance at some volatility at some point, either in the overnight. So if you're long, I wouldn't be holding longs in overnights right now. You could play just day trade. If we start to go higher each day, you could day trade. I would be very wary of holding longs overnights right now. You could see the sell downs come in an illiquid part of the market. And you could also see it into Friday into Monday. Is everybody clear on this? If you guys can hear me right now, and if any of you have any questions on understanding this, you could see some sell downs in retail. I don't want to call them meme stocks. It's retail favorite stocks. It encompasses meme stocks, but it also encompasses speculative growth stocks. It encompasses things like Snap, Square, anything that retail has loved and enjoys, even if it's up. You guys all copying me out there? I can't see any, I'm not seeing any. I see you guys being really quiet right now, and at least in text message. If you guys could text me right now, any questions that you have on this concept. And I want to show you the VIX real quick. Now, this doesn't mean VIX can't drop off this morning more. We could definitely sell VIX down even more. We can easily come down here to 14 down here, no problem. We could sell that. We could straight sell this down, but then shoot up at any point between now and Friday and Saturday, or Friday and the Monday. Okay, and I just want to make sure that you guys can absorb that kind of a move from this point forward into Monday. You guys listening intently? We're all long, LOL. Yeah, you can be long. And to be honest with you, even today, typically on Thursdays before OPEX, typically, not always, but typically, you might have a quick sell-off right at the bell. Like at 9 a.m. we could sell down a little bit, but then we'd have a ripper of a day into close, and then we'd sell off heavy into Friday. Does that happen with all the mechanics underneath the hood happening today? I'm unsure. The one thing about the mechanics under the hood, because it's the quarterly OPEX, is you're going to see a lot of movement. You know how you see those jagged moves on OPEX on the normal Friday of OPEX? Because it's quarterly, you might see more of those jagged, incongruent moves on individual tickers from this point into Monday. Also, I want you to be aware, some of you guys out there are tracking the collars that are being put on the market and the hedging, the big hedging that's being put on the market. I want you to pay attention even today, not even Friday. This morning, pay attention to XPX. You guys can go to the CBOE website and find the hedges that are put on SPX. You'll see some of it possibly on Flow Algo or whatever your favorite flow software is today. But there is some concern. Myself, I'm long and I've got a straddle in the market right now. I think I'm going to close my longs this morning, and I'm going to just be cash gang with the short side that I have. And let's say we rip up today. I'm just going to keep adding some shorts until I can catch this volatility, because I think that's coming. I think that's coming the next 1 to 3 days, and I'm willing to spend some money to catch that ride. You know, it's weird with the VIX. You know what I don't like about the VIX sometimes in these situations is, for where we are right now, it's hard sometimes to trade the VIX. It's not always hard to trade the VIX, but it's so fast with the VIX. And let's say it happens in the overnight and you get that spike up and then you don't sell out of it quick enough. You could buy the VIX though. I mean, I do like buying the VIX when it gets low. If I was going to buy the VIX today, I'd still be looking for us to go up today at some point between today and Friday, and for that big rip. I still want to see the VIX come down a little bit more. You ever notice when you try to buy the VIX, you're like, I'm going to buy the VIX at where it's at, almost at 17 right now, and then it dumps a little bit more. You like miss that last little capitulation in the VIX, and I oftentimes will buy the VIX at the wrong time. I'm looking for that one last rip, right? I'm looking for that 4,800 pin. I don't know if it happens today. I don't know if it happens on Friday. We could trade sideways today, rip up to pin that 4,800, but then sell down into Saturday, Friday into Monday. So I'm still not quite sold on this taking place right at open today, unless it's front run. But I think it's better for me, or for my trading style. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to be looking for more cheap puts. Any cheap puts that I can add at like 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. If I spend anywhere from 10 to 30 cents each day and I end up being all in for $1 and we have a volatility spike, then that dollar that I spent will still cover me to $2, $3, $4. I'll still make 300-400%. Yeah, MU's getting hurt this morning. You saw I was watching CNBC at like 4 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock this morning, and they rolled out some bullshit that because of the new Decepticon virus that they're going to have chip shortages. That was the story that was rolled out this morning. That was kind of fun. MU, you could hold on. I would think that MU is going to be weak for a moment, but the nearest day that calls expire on, and when do the next calls expire on MU? And I think it's I can't bring up if I bring up my brokerage here, you guys will see my login credentials, and I can't show that on TV. But I need you guys to understand that, because I want to show you a few things. I want to show you that this morning, GameStop's weak, AMC's weak, NVIDIA's weak, Tesla's weak, RK's weak slightly, Hood's slightly weak, MU's weak a lot. And some of these were mentioned by SG this morning. And also, it's not just these names. I'm assuming that if I brought up like SQ, yeah, so SQ's weak. I mean, you could probably just rattle these off. Any stocks, okay, that are retail favorites, there's a chance of high volatility in these stocks in the next 2 days. And some of that has to do with the roll-in hedging. Some of it has to do with hedges coming off too in some of these stocks. You'll see that sometimes when you see active shorting of stocks. There'll be that last little bit of capitulation to just dump them down as hard as they can. Hard as they can. Even myself, I'm looking for Hood, let's say, for me personally. So we talked yesterday about Hood, and I was saying to you that I'm hoping that there's that last moment of Hood selling down to $15, $10 heading into Friday, right? And so SG was talking about that this morning, and we were talking about that yesterday because that could happen on a lot of our favorite stocks in the coming 2 days. And if they're reporting it this morning on their report, on their daily brief or their daily notes, then you know it's getting broadcast out to a bunch of different people in the market. And then that brings on front running. That brings on me talking to you, you talking to your friends, brings on other people out there talking to all their friends, and everybody starts to panic, okay? So it introduces a little bit of panic into the market, some front running of trying to sell down their positions and gain max profit by banks. So whether that manifests itself today or not, I'm unsure. But we'll know about that right now at the bell. So I'll go back to SPY real quick. We'll check out what happens to SPY and the bell. I'm interested because sometimes on Thursdays, what we'll do is have a quick sell down, and then we have a ripper of a day. So we'll do this together right now. At the we're coming into, it's 9:29. We've got 35 seconds left until the bell, and I'll put it on the 5-day. Just so you guys can see, your buy the dip down here is 47.50 right here. This is actually buy the F and dip. Somewhere down in here. If we dip below this level down here, this is not good for the market. Okay. And let's see if I can bring this slightly lower. And we'll check this out as we open the day up together as a group. You guys want to bring Bookmap up for you right now, so you guys can watch, or do you guys want to watch candlesticks? Yeah, the narrative on MU is bullshit. It's a scam. The fact that MU ripped higher yesterday, and then you've got some bullshit piece come out on CNBC, it's just bullshit. That's all it is. It's temporary. I would consider it temporary weakness. When I'm watching news, it's just a shocker that you see news on MU the day after it rips. I'm just like, this is bullshit. So I'm not too concerned with that news. All right, I'll break out the spot gamma for you. You guys have your own candlestick charts. I'll break out spot gamma I'll bring up your favorite tickers out there. I'll bring up Tesla. I'll bring up anything you guys want me to call out for you right now. I got to shut all this side down, though, and I'll bring it up so you guys can see off the bell. I am interested to see if we rip today. Personally, if we try to hit that pin at 480. And we do. We've got a pin on Friday of calls at 480 on SPY. Or does that mean other stocks move up, but some components of SPY move down? That could include Apple as well. I would technically include Apple into this mix of retail favorite stocks. No connections. We'll start with the SPY. I'm working on an office still, so I got a bunch of tech stuff going on this morning. Resetting up computers like that for you, so that I can trade with you live. And what am I looking for here? Configure add-ons. Add. Load. Turn this on. Close this up so you get the hero indicator. See if we can get a clearer picture down here. It's pretty large opening right now. You do have more sellers at the bell on SPY than you do have buyers, although the hero indicator has lots of call buying this morning. The hero indicator is telling a different story than the sellers on the SPY. We're going to check out Tesla next. I know there's a lot of Tesla people that do I have going on here? Yeah, we'll start with Tesla. Yeah, and IWM would be included in that group as well. IWM is going to be attached to all of those meme stocks. I don't want to call them meme stocks because they're really not. Meme stocks are pushed by hedge funds. Nice, beautiful green bar on SPY. Gorgeous to see. Hello, IWM. You sexy beast, you. Yeah, so if we rip higher today, then I would expect the volatility in the overnight. I'm interested to see if we pin 4,800 right out the gate. And that would be the price target, 4,800, if not by end of day. Let's see here. IWM is a big, giant green. I don't want to call it what I want to call it, but and the hero indicator is off the chart right now with calls on the SPY. We'll check Tesla next. We got VWAP, figure add-ons. It's really weird, like the let's see. So if we get this rip higher on SPY today, if you're a bull, I want you to be very careful with becoming exuberant into the close today, from today at the end of the day. In previous OPEXs, we end up ripping crazy high on Thursday, and then we sell off on Friday. Or I should say sometimes there's a dip on that Thursday, but no matter what, we end up closing at highs, and we sell off on Friday. Not that this is OPEX. OPEX was last week on Friday. But where this is a quarterly expiration, there is some concern. What is it? What MG is saying, it looks like news flow is trying to push everything down while smart money buys. The stream is all messed up. Give me just a second here. Check 1, 2. Are you guys is the YouTube screen freezing up? Let's see if I can, you guys see all that? Yeah, I can see on my end that I can see that the screener is freezing. I'm unsure why that is. I need to check in Streamlabs and see what's going on. My audio is repeating on a delay. Thanks, Captain. Is my audio being clipped as well? Do you hear like clips in it? Like if I'm speaking to you, is it clipping out? It's good for some of you. The screen is frozen refreshing. Let's see if I can show that Tesla feed real quick. So this is nice on SPY. We've got January 28th, 478 calls for $700,000. That's outstanding. We've got SPY January 7th, 481 calls for $500,000. That's outstanding. Affirm, if anybody's watching Affirm today, they're getting heavy call flow. AFRM. And if you're a bear listening in right now, there's some PBR, March 18th, 10 puts. That's a really small ticker. I'm not sure. I don't trade those tickers anymore. But the Affirm calls are nice. Stream has disconnected and is trying to reconnect. $9.42.